Taking on Li Yang and Wang Chi-Lin from Chinese Taipei. And looking at the men's doubles draw, well, all those players all from section 4 of the draw, and still, of course, plenty of badminton to be played. 47 matches being played today on day 2, and those second round berths rapidly filling up. This could be a very interesting matchup. Just one match in it in the head-to-head between them. Carnando and Marthin, last year's quarter-finalists, and Li and Wang out in the first round. They'll be looking to better themselves for that. World number 11 pair from Indonesia taking on the world number 10 pair from Chinese Taipei. It should be very, very interesting. Both of them have had, well, okay starts, I guess. There's the 1-0 head-to-head lead. That was at the Hong Kong Open last year. I had the pleasure of watching that match. Went to 3. Nothing much to really talk about so far in 2024. It was, of course, a win at the Indonesia Masters for Carnando and Marthin, and nothing for Li and Wang.
Who's going to receive? Daniel's receiving.
Olympic champions, of course. Li Yang and Wang Chi-Lin. And in 2023, both of them, 9 events, quarterfinals or further. For Carnando and Marthin, that was 3 finals and 2 titles. And for Li and Wang, it was 3 finals and 1 title. So very similar starts. And of course, 2023, 22 years old, Daniel Marthin, still born right in the capital city of Indonesia, Jakarta. Well, it's actually up to 9 now with their highest ranking, so very close to their highest ranking. And there's his partner, Leo Rolly Carnando, gold medalist at the Thomas Cup in 2020, silver medalist, the Asia Team Championships as well. Four titles between them. That was at the 2022 Singapore Open, Indonesia Masters, as I said, last year, the Thailand Masters, and the Indonesia Masters this year. Li Yang, 28 years old. In Taipei, Chinese Taipei. They were as high as number 2. That was back in September 22, in fact. As I said, Olympic champions in the 2020 Tokyo edition, men's doubles. And that was against Li Junhui and Liu Yuchen. Straight games win. Of course, that was Chinese Taipei's first Olympic medal in badminton. And not surprisingly, he went all the way to gold. And there is his very, very large partner, 6'2", Wang Chi-Lin, with a very, very taped up right arm, as you can see. Together, they have picked up 11 titles.
Ready to play.
Amanda Ballam is our umpire for this one. Joined by our service judge, David Evans. And last year it was the Japan Open against Hoki and Kobayashi that Li and Yang picked up their title from. Of course, they did make it to the World Tour finals as well. Winners there in 2023. And as you can see in the background, good showing from fans already on day 2 here at the All England. Such a prestigious tournament. So many fans have turned up to watch, and I'm sure that's only going to get bigger and bigger as we progress through the week. So about ready to get underway here. Should be a fast and furious match. And really, it's anyone's guess as to who the favourites are.
On my right, Li Yang and Wang Chi-Lin, Chinese Taipei. And on my left, Leo Rolly Carnando and Daniel Marthin, Indonesia. Li Yang to serve to Daniel Marthin. Lodol. Play.
Well, both pairs are very capable of producing big matches on the day.
One love.
But I have to say, probably with their win at the Indonesia Masters, it's Carnando and Marthin that are the slight favourites.
So it's over. 1-all.
And that's well left by Marthin.
2-1.
Just kept it below the tape, Li and Yang.
2-all. Service over.
A bit slow to get up there. Yang. As I said, so many matches being played today. On day 2, lots of round 1 matches to get through. And players, of course, have to set themselves up and make sure they're hitting their peak form. So important to get that campaign underway the right way. Wonderful drop from Li Yang.
Service over. 3-all.
Knew exactly what he wanted to do from there.
Out.
Nothing between these two pairs
3.
in the first 7 points.
Service over. 4-all.
Well, they've just managed to fluster the Indonesians enough.
5-4.
String of mistakes from Carnando and Marthin. Haven't been able to get into any rhythm at all. It's just gone long.
Service over. 5-all.
Been dominating those opening 3 shots, critical shots in men's doubles. 3 shots off the serve.
6-5.
Well, that's good from Carnando. And Marthin sees the angle. Pushes it into backcourt, left side.
7-5.
And now beginning to find some traction. A great pair, Carnando and Marthin. Almost interchangeable in terms of size and position, but very much a factor of men's doubles these days to have that interchangeability. Play at the back, play at the front, and of course adequate enough. Nice flat defense, rotation. They were ousted last year by Yang and Wang from China in 3 games in the quarterfinals.
6-7.
Yang were ousted in 3 games in the first round by Ong and Teo from Malaysia.
7-4.
Was well placed by Carnando.
It's over. 8-7.
Double smash by Daniel Marthin. Came back so high the first time. He was almost obligated to fire that. Needed 2 shots, and those 2 shots have given them a 2-point lead as we rapidly approach the first mid-game interval. Carnando and Marthin just beginning to push ahead. Again, Leo Ronnie Carnando, a little bit off balance, but still managed to hook that into the right side. They're pushing forward nicely. So at the interval, 11-8 up and beginning to strut their stuff.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
So it's Li and Wang out at the same time as their opponents.
Quickly.
And it's not too much of a lead. So the Chinese Taipei pair can at least be happy that they kept pace, but it did look like Carnando and Marthin just beginning to fire themselves into that same form that, of course, has already given them a title this year. It's nice. Forcing a fault off Wang Chi-Lin.
12-8. Service over. 9-12.
Well, how about that? Perfect length.
10-12.
Just lofted it over everyone else. And that little bit of drift on the back line keeps it in. Great start to this second phase of game 1.
11-12.
Big by Daniel Marthin. I don't think you expect that to come back. Well, they've tied it up at 12. Daniel Marthin again. He's just got a frown on his face. Just not incisive enough from these big mid-court smashes. Kind of power drives, really. Had to reset himself as they kept coming back. So Li and Wang edge ahead. What a time for a service error.
13-all.
Well, patchy from both pairs. These one-shot, two-shot rallies. Late take, and it was going to be killed. Always by Daniel Marthin. You just can't leave him with that kind of service. Very late take by Li Yang. Comes back so high. So the lead shifts back again to the Indonesians. Both pairs running out of points in this first game. Carnando was struggling a little. Now they're on the back foot. Change of shot selection by Marthin. Defense just not tight enough for them at all.
It's over. 14-16.
Well, it's been a fascinating contest, this first match. They've only been on court for 13 minutes. 30 points scored in that time. Fast, frenetic. That's great placement by Carnando. And also great defense by Wang Chi-Lin, who would not be denied.
Back to court, please. 15-16.
2 finals in 23, just 1 in 2022. And that was their first in almost 2 years since that Olympic glory. So patchy from them, that's for sure. Oh, important serve for them. Again, Wang Chi-Lin stepping up, and he really has stepped up these last 2 or 3 points.
16 all.
Ties it up at 16. Again, Wang Chi-Lin settling back and has done enough to fluster
16.
Marthin especially, and Carnando. So the lead switches again. Great idea from Daniel Marthin, straight to the body of Wang Chi-Lin. Big shot by Marthin. Carnando still looking a little bit vulnerable.
17.
He's been at fault, no doubt about it. Very easy shot there. Absolute definition of an unforced error. And Li and Wang with a glorious opportunity to snatch this first game. Position there. It's big. That's coming back with interest. That's much better from Carnando.
Service over. 18 all.
So 18 all, and myself, just like everybody else here at the arena, edge of their seats, trying to wonder as to which way this first game's going to fall. That's a huge gap between Carnando and Marthin. Wang Chi-Lin saw it and plugs it.
19-18.
So, I'd have to say, slightly against the run of play, Li and Wang have managed to engineer 2 game points. They've just kept their head in the game. Had to face a lot of pressure. That's wonderful from the Indonesians into the corner.
19.
So important to be able to see those angles. Wow, that's gone long. And Li Yang is actually Had some challenges staying on court, had to find his way over the A-boards. So challenge coming, but I don't think that's going to work for them. Certainly looks out. Line judge called it out. And I'm sure. Well. I judge from their reaction.
No, it's not on my screen.
That might actually be in.
It's all really.
Wait.
That is as out as it's going to get. Wow, I've never seen a discussion like that in Wang, Chi-Lin and Li Yang. Well, they had disbelief on their faces because it was that far out. So, 21-19. And after a tiny discussion, that's settled.
Thank you.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
So back on court for game 2, and Carnando and Marthin can feel a little bit aggrieved because, well, they had their opportunities in that first game and they certainly looked
Second game.
like they were in the ascendancy, but they were snatched by some resilience from Li and Yang. Well, let's see what they can do in game 2. Oh, that's a nice retrieval, but it's going to leave them very open. You can't give Li Yang anything too high, and that was very, very high. So see here, it's a wonderful retrieval, but that is going to be finished off, and it was. Well, that point just exemplified pretty much everything that happened in the first game. And again, it's Li Yang this time. Wang Chi-Lin was in the ascendancy in the second part of that first game. Now his partner is stepping in. This is a very good performance so far by Li and Wang, just capitalizing on all of the efforts or errors of their opponents. And again, dropped in nicely, left side, front court. Let's relove.
3.
Well, it's so often the case once you've got one game in the bag that you can play with a little bit of confidence, a little bit more calmer, especially on such a big stage like a Super 1000 and the All England. Just get your campaign underway, right tone. Li and Wang certainly seem to have benefited from all that hard work they put into the first game. back this early stage of game 2. Last thing they wanted was Li and Wang to be shooting off to a 6-7 point lead. Still finding some pretty textbook errors.
It's over 3-4.
Fire. Nice serve, just dip below the tape. Just like that. The Indonesians have tied it up.
It's over 5-4.
Well, one great thing, Wang, they have the ability to just focus on the next point. So important. Because they did it to such great extents at the Tokyo Olympics. All the way. Never get too far ahead of themselves. A big pairing as well. Get down well for the recoveries. And can unleash some great attack. That's a beautiful combination. Wang Chi-Lin went left. And the Yang ready for the return. Goes right. Oh, wonderfully read.
Service over 5-6.
Almost. To get that interception just right, just a bit too far forward. But kept it nice and flat though. Now, in terms of disarming your opponent's smashes, well, that's definitely been Li and Wang that have excelled. Daniel Marthin especially has never really, been a few occasions he's been able to get up and fire them back, but nothing close to what he's used to.
Out.
Too short.
7-all.
7-all and on serve.
It's over 8-7.
Better from Carnando and Marthin, you'd have to say, but still not really getting enough traction to pull away. Very flat again by Wang Chi-Lin. Pick up by Li Yang. Couldn't pick it up the second time.
9-7.
Rapidly approaching that second big game interval. Been called in. Challenge being called as you'd expect. It was close. Didn't really get enough of a look at it, to be honest. That is out.
Correction, out.
Well spotted by Carnando.
10-7. Play.
3-point lead is good. 4-point lead would be better if they could go into the break with it. That sails out. So they have got the 11-7 break at the
11-7.
second game.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
Well, almost back on court. Wang Chi-Lin delivering some rackets to his coach by the looks of it.
Play.
Now, can Carnando and Marthin secure the second game?
So it's over. 8-11.
It's a good start by Li and Wang.
9-11.
Again, look at that combination. Once they get on it,
Yes, changing.
absolutely no reaction time for the second smash that comes in. So just like that, they pulled it close in that 4-point lead. That's looked like it took so much work for Carnando and Marthin. Whittled down to 1. Now, of course, it's dangerous territory. Because if Li and Wang, and they have, can pull it up to 11. Oh, now that opens up the threat. And they might just steamroll this second game as well. They are pushing forward. Great pickup by Liang. That's equally great angle found by Daniel Marthin.
12-11.
Long. Can't allow any more mistakes, Carnando and Marthin. edged ahead. And Li and Wang will just be happy to do this. They'll just be happy to keep playing around, tying it up or 1 point back and make their charge as they did in the end of the first game.
On court.
It's now all about what can Carnando and Marthin do. Just a bit too flat from the Yang.
13-all.
And again, they can just keep their focus on that second or third shot on the net. And Li and Wang usually been finding their way through. A little bit quicker on the reflexes, definitely keeping it a little bit more fatter and not giving their opponents anything to really work with, but still subject to a couple of mistakes long, a couple of mistakes left and right.
14-all.
But again, this is almost an exact carbon copy of the first game.
Service over.
Take that.
15-14.
Good pressure by Carnando.
Service over. 15-all.
A great flat exchange by Wang Chi-Lin.
Service over. 16-15.
Once again, it was at this stage of the first game that Li and Wang started making their charge for the game itself. 16-15 on serve. Next 2 points crucial. A bit of hesitation there by Wang Chi-Lin. Wasn't quite in the point.
Service over. 16-all. Unsighted.
So 16-all. Li Yang waiting patiently on court already. Well, these next 2 points, critical. And Marthin looking to force a third and deciding game, of course. Carnando is the last player to get on court. Still waiting for a challenge.
Out.
That was out.
Service over. 17-16.
So the edge closer. Tell you that score is 17-16. You can see at the side of your screen, that's now 18-16. Just as it was in the first game. 2-point lead just when they need it. Flat exchange again by Wang Chi-Lin. Fault off Carnando's rackets.
19-16.
A bit of confusion. Wang Chi-Lin on the floor. Well, they're all at sea, and all Carnando had to do was find that spot in the middle, which he did.
17-19. Yes.
Oh, a wipe down was going to help them. Let's take a little bit of pressure off this point, but that point awaits them. Li and Wang ready to hijack the second game the way they hijacked the first. Carnando and Marthin a little bit more effective in the second, but still errors creeping in, and they just haven't been fast enough or flat enough at the net to outwit the likes of Wang Chi-Lin especially. It's a costly mistake by Chi-Lin. That's a high serve. And you knew it was going to come back with interest, and it did. So, 2 match points.
20 match points. 18.
Look at that snapback return by Li Yang. Oh, that's good play by Wang Chi-Lin. He's pushed that so wide.
Service over.
I don't even think he can believe it.
19-20.
So one last match point in regulation for them. Carnando and Marthin have to keep this tight. That's gone long. Challenge coming, but I think they're going to have to be really lucky with that one, because that looks as clearly out as it could be. And let's not forget, of course, the end of the first game, that also very much out. But the challenge will be honored. Really can't see. Of course, it's going to be an important challenge if they do get it right. And that's extra points. That's very much out. So the official review creates the official result. 21-19 in the second, and that's mirrored with a 21-19 in the first. very similar first and second games. 44 minutes on court.
21-19, 21-19.
So it's either Dong and Yakura from Canada or Liang and Wang in the second round for the Yang and Wang Chi-Lin. Who did just what they needed to do, but more importantly, at the end of the matches, just in the right place. There you go, confirmation of it. Score symmetry in every sense of the word. 21-minute games, 21-19, 21-19. And it's the Chinese Taipei for the pair that are through. So as we move through, it's been straight games all the way on court 2. And up next is the women's singles. Chen Yufei, the world number 2, taking on Chi-Lin from Vietnam. And in the women's singles